Thank you very much. I'll read 3 poems. The first one is from a collection called Seniors. Let me quote the title poem of Seniors. It's only 3 lines, and you won't understand it if you're under 65. Seniors know everything. Correction, each senior knows everything. The others don't want to hear about it. Waiting for a moment, the seniors in their apartments at this hour, late afternoon, the horizon of meaning is just inside the living room window. They don't know what kind of moment they're waiting for, or they could go out and make it for themselves. They could move freely about in the middle distance. They have no motives. They remember having a choice of motives, maybe even acting on unacknowledged motives, moving here and there like a thoughtless baby. Now they have no motives, but are still waiting for a moment. They know there will be the right moment, the right time. When the first seniors centers began to appear, I thought that was such crap. Looking at the senior center at Aquatic Park, I thought, my father is an old person, an old man, not a senior. There is no such thing as a senior, but now I'm a senior. I mourn Bruno Klingner, Andy's dad, who died last week at 91. When Bruno was 70, Andy suggested he might spend some time at the Happy Gang Center. Bruno said, I don't want to be around a bunch of old people. Wild birds fly over the Fraser Valley. Some think they bring avian flu. Thousands of chickens burned in big incinerators on the factory farms or trucked to be burned in Princeton. Not here, not there, but oh yes, here, there. 600 slot machines will be installed at the Plaza of Nations. I put the West Ender in the recycling bag, just like my father, finish the paper and put it in the stack, keep every flat space empty, the floor, the coffee table cleared, so the revolving light, looking for a moment, won't hit any obstacle, any undone thing, but can look straight ahead to love or death. This is a poem translated from Charles Baudelaire, so it's taking place in Paris in the 1860s as well as in Vancouver at present. It's called Crowds. Not everyone can take a bath in a crowd. Only the one a fairy has breathed on in his cradle can get a kick out of the crush of human immersion. Only the one with a knack for cross-dressing and masquerade, only the one who hated his home. Multitude, solitude, these are equal, reciprocal terms for the fecund poet. Unless he knows how to welcome invisible guests to his solitary musings, he cannot walk untroubled through the busy streets. The poet can be at once himself and another. Like a wandering soul in search of a body, he can enter at will any person's emotions. For him alone, every door is open, and if some seem closed, they aren't worth his time. Solitary walker, solitary thinker, he gets drunk on solidarity. The crowd's embrace is for him a joy, denied forever to the egoist in his walking coffin, the mollusk man in his giant shell. The love men speak of is tiny, feeble, stifling compared to this indescribable orgy, this saintly prostitution of the soul, giving herself completely, poetry and charity, to the unexpected happening, the stranger passing by. Teach the so-called winners of this world, if only to bring their stupid pride down a notch, there's a happiness greater than theirs and sweeter. The poet must sometimes laugh at the ones who deplore his patchy career, chaste life. And then the last poem, called The Vacuum Cleaner. I'd almost finished the vacuuming when the on-off switch that had been wonky for months finally broke. I couldn't turn the machine off. It was stuck on. So I finished vacuuming and unplugged it. Next week I took it into the shop. A beautiful girl came out from in back. I handed her the vacuum cleaner, the power head that is, the attachments I'd left at home. And as she inspected it, we began to talk in a friendly way about what I don't remember, but I recall feeling that I was not just a customer to her. The beauty of girls and boys pursues me wherever I'm going. Then I had to take my head into the clinic. I sat in the examining room waiting for the door to open. Then it did. The young doctor entered and said, "I'm Jason."